Have you ever pondered how something so natural, so familiar, and often deeply personal, like masturbation, could quietly shift from being harmless to potentially harmful as we age? As men cross into their 60s and beyond, our bodies change in ways we may not fully recognize or acknowledge. We still feel desire. We still seek intimacy. And yes, we still seek release. But what few doctors talk about openly is that how we engage in these private moments matters more now than ever, especially for the health of our prostate. Your prostate is a small gland, but it plays a massive role in male reproductive health. It produces seminal fluid, supports ejaculation, and is closely linked to urinary function. Section 1. Introduction to prostate health and aging. Yet after 60, it becomes especially vulnerable to enlargement, inflammation, and in worst cases, cancer. While genetics and diet certainly play a role, what many men don't realize is that certain masturbation habits can silently strain the prostate, setting the stage for discomfort, dysfunction, or worse. Let's talk about the 4 masturbation habits that older men might not think twice about, yet they could be silently damaging the prostate. And most importantly, let's talk about what you can do instead to preserve both your health and your dignity. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. Section 2. Engagement Prompt and Habit 1. Holding it in too long. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1 habit, holding it in for too long, then releasing all at once. As men age, their relationship with sexuality often becomes more private, sometimes even suppressed. After 60, many older men find themselves going long stretches without any sexual release, not by choice, but by circumstance. Whether it's due to living alone, changes in intimacy with a partner, or simply not feeling as confident as before, the result is the same. Sexual energy builds up over days, weeks, or even longer. And when it finally reaches a breaking point, release often happens in a rushed, intense burst. This cycle of long-term suppression followed by sudden explosive climax may feel normal or even necessary. But what most men don't realize is how hard this is on the prostate. The prostate isn't just sitting there passively waiting to respond. When sexual tension builds up over time, the gland becomes congested with fluid, and during a forceful release, it's suddenly emptied in a way that strains its function. This start-stop rhythm can silently trigger inflammation and contribute to long-term prostate swelling or discomfort. It may even increase the risk of chronic pelvic pain, urinary irritation, or recurrent prostatitis, conditions that are far more common in men over 60 than they realize. The body, especially at this stage of life, thrives on consistency and gentle rhythms. Holding in for long periods creates unnecessary pressure. Think of your prostate like an engine. It runs better when it's maintained regularly, not revved hard after sitting idle. Regular moderate ejaculation actually supports prostate health by keeping fluids moving and reducing the risk of stagnation and infection. It's not about frequency. It's about balance and being in tune with your body's signals. Moreover, masturbation should never feel like a secret you have to unleash. It should feel like a natural part of your wellness. When older men reframe it as an act of care rather than an urge to suppress, their prostate health and emotional well-being both benefit. But there's more to the story than just timing. Even when older men do choose to engage in self-pleasure, how they do it plays an even bigger role in protecting or harming their prostate. Section 3. Transition to Habit 2. Excessive pressure or rough techniques. That brings us to the next hidden habit that too many overlook. One that often begins with good intentions but leads to unintended harm. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2 habit using excessive pressure or rough techniques. As sensitivity naturally declines with age, many older men unknowingly start compensating during self-pleasure by using more intense techniques. This might mean applying a firmer grip, increasing speed, or even experimenting with objects or surfaces that deliver a stronger sensation. At first glance, it may seem harmless, just trying to feel the same pleasure you once experienced with ease. But beneath the surface, these rough habits can do more harm than good, especially to a gland as delicate as the prostate. The problem lies in the subtle but cumulative trauma caused by repeated pressure and friction. Older skin is thinner, blood flow is reduced, and nerve endings are more fragile. When excessive pressure is applied during masturbation, it can cause microscopic tears or inflammation in the tissues surrounding the prostate and urethra. This kind of stimulation doesn't just risk short-term discomfort, it can also lead to long-term desensitization, irritation, or pain that men often mistake for something else. In some cases, older men experience burning sensations after climax, discomfort while urinating, or a dull ache that lingers for hours or days. These are not random signs of aging. More often than not, they're the body's way of signaling that something's been overworked or damaged. And while younger men may bounce back quickly, men over 60 don't heal as fast. The body's tissues require more care, more patience, and most importantly, more awareness. There's a better way, one that honors the body rather than battles against it. Gentle, mindful stimulation not only reduces the risk of irritation, but often leads to a more fulfilling experience. Slowing down allows you to reconnect with your body rather than rushing through the act like a mechanical task. Using high-quality, skin-safe lubricant can help reduce friction and protect sensitive areas. It's not about giving up pleasure. It's about experiencing it in a way that supports long-term health. Remember, your body isn't broken. It's simply different than it was decades ago. And when you treat it with the tenderness it deserves, it responds with greater resilience and comfort. But there's another mistake many men make without even realizing it. One that seems completely innocent, but puts direct pressure on the prostate every single time. It's a habit tied more to comfort and routine than desire. And yet, it could be silently undermining your prostate's well-being in ways you never expected. Let's uncover it next. Section 4. Habit 3. Masturbating while sitting for too long. 3. Habit. Masturbating while sitting for too long. As men grow older, daily habits often shift toward comfort, and understandably so. After a lifetime of work and movement, the simple pleasure of a soft chair or recliner becomes a welcome part of the day. But when self-pleasure takes place while sitting for extended periods, especially in deep-seated or slouched positions, it introduces a hidden strain on a critical part of your anatomy, the prostate. Sitting for long periods, especially in a hunched or compressed posture, puts constant pressure on the perineum, the area between the scrotum and the anus, where the prostate lies just beneath the surface. This pressure becomes even more pronounced when arousal and stimulation are involved. The combination of restricted blood flow and direct compression can irritate the prostate, leading to lingering discomfort, aching in the pelvic region, or even difficulty urinating after climax. Unfortunately, most men don't connect the dots between the position they were in and the symptoms that follow. It's important to understand that the prostate is highly vascular. It depends on consistent blood flow to stay healthy. When it's compressed for long periods, especially during an act that already involves tension and muscular contraction, it's like stepping on a garden hose and expecting water to still flow smoothly. Over time, this contributes to inflammation, sluggish function, and increased risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia or chronic pelvic pain. This doesn't mean masturbation should be avoided. It means it should be approached more thoughtfully. Simply changing your position, standing, lying on your side, or reclining in a more open, supported way can dramatically reduce pressure on the pelvic floor. It also allows for better breathing and circulation, enhancing not only comfort, but also the overall quality of the experience. Afterwards, a short walk or a few gentle stretches can stimulate blood flow and support recovery, giving your prostate the attention and respect it deserves. Men often overlook these small physical factors, assuming they're irrelevant at this stage in life. But in truth, your posture and position are powerful influencers of internal health. Small adjustments can make a world of difference, not only in how you feel afterward, but in how your body responds over time. And while posture may seem like a physical issue, the next habit involves something far deeper: